For what seemed to be nearly 10 minutes, a woman yelled at me to pay attention. She refused to stop and said she's not from China, and she kept yelling and screaming and said she's not from China. I said, Kiki Soso. She said she's not from China, and I said, Tashi Dalik, and she said, no, she's not from China. I said, I don't get it. Why won't you leave me alone? She was screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling. And then she stopped, paused, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling, screaming and yelling, bending over, pausing, looking across the street at all the construction workers and the man on the top floor of the apartment building, yelling, shut up. I looked at him, and then there was a woman above him with an animal. She stared at me and stared at me and stared at me, and he kept saying, shut up. Meanwhile, there's a woman yelling at me, screaming to get my attention, for no other reason aside from a mystery, a secret she never explained. He yelled at me about, and he yelled at me about, and he yelled at me about, and yelled at me about to shut up. A woman above him with an animal saying to him, shh. He leaves and goes back in his apartment. So does the woman who finally allowed me to leave after a woman harassed me, assaulted me pretty much in so many words, telling me to shut up about what was going on in the middle of Washington State. The Pope says there's World War III. The woman says, shut up, there's no China. Tashi Dalik, no, shut up, there's no China. Kiki Soso, no, shut up. And the man with the bald head who drives the Porsche to the market, who also says to shut up. Probably for 35 minutes on a video. Nobody notices, has to do with nothing else other than working to not be homeless and to be a pediatric neurologist. At a university college where you can go to medical school and not be harassed and bullied. For talking about suffering in Seattle economics, Washington State economics, and University of Washington suffering.